Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from simpleprogrammer.com. So I have a question or a request. This is a comment on a video on some tips to get over social anxiety. And I've had this sitting here for a while. If you can check out the video that this is from. This is on actually why haters won't take me down. That's where the comment comes from. And that was an interesting video, but I got this comment that says, any tips on how to get over social anxiety? Pathetic, I know, but it's really affecting my life. Maybe I just need some of your tough love that you talk about. You guys like the tough love videos. It's so funny, right? I'm there cursing at the camera, telling you how lazy you are, and those things get upvoted like crazy. It's just, it's funny. I don't know, but I don't mind. You know, I like it. It's all cool. You know, but I just think it's funny. It's interesting to see that. I wouldn't have expected that. You know, you'd expect the opposite. But it's good because it's like you people that are here that are watching these videos. I'm proud of you because you like that shit, because you want to get kicked in the ass. You want to be encouraged. You want to like get your weakness purged out of you, and that's awesome. That's cool. That's why you're part of this community. That's why, you know, we're kin here. So let's talk about social anxiety. I've talked about this a little bit. Obviously, check out my playlist on becoming a man, and you know, there's definitely some tips on overcoming social anxiety, especially if you've seen the video that's in that playlist where I went up to and talked to some girls on the beach just to show you guys how to do that. It's not that hard, right? So, but I understand when I say that, some of you are like, yeah, it is that hard, John. What the hell are you talking about? And I totally respect that and I understand that. So I'm going to try and, again, I've talked about this a few times, but I'm going to try and break this down and say, okay, how can you get over social anxiety? And give you some more advice on this, because like I said, even though I've covered some of this, I think it's enough of a problem that it deserves some rehashing. And you know, we can approach things from different directions. That's the other thing, is like sometimes you talk about the same topic, but you approach it from a different direction and it connects with some people and they get it, or it takes so much reinforcement to get it. So let's help you get over this. So social anxiety, first of all, there's a couple of things to know. One, everyone has social anxiety. At least that's the default. Now, some people get over their social anxiety, but you are normal to have social anxiety, right? This is sort of a normal thing that happens to people, and they either get over it. Most of us don't. Most of us figure out, or we struggle with this for a time. So everyone in their life has struggled with social anxiety to some point. Now, maybe there's some magical people that haven't, but I don't know any of them. Pretty much everyone that I know has at least struggled at this point. Now, some people have gotten over it. So first of all, it's not pathetic. It's just reality. Now, what is pathetic is letting this continue to affect your life and not really like deciding to get over this. And here's the thing. If you decide that you're going to get over your social anxiety, you will. But like all things in life, you have to be willing to pay the price. And there is a price to this. This is not going to be super easy to do, right? And on one hand, it is super easy because all you got to do is do it. But it's the same thing. It's like looking over the edge and bungee jumping, right? You got the bungee cord. You know that thing's going to happen to you. Or jumping out of an airplane to skydive. And it's like, well, yeah, you're teetering on the edge. Yeah, it's easy to say jump off the high dive, bro. but yeah, all you gotta do is do it, but it's still really hard, right? And that's what getting over social anxiety is. So the first thing to realize is that, you know, and I've talked about this several times, I like to use this word of an arbitrage situation. And I really think social anxiety is an arbitrage situation, and I'll tell you why. It's because there is so little to risk. It's only perceived risk in social anxiety, but there's a huge amount to gain, right? If you can get over your social anxiety, if you can go, like for you guys out there, if you can go and you can talk to girls, you've got a lot to gain. Like some of you, this is your life. Some of you, like you literally lay in bed at night and you're like hugging your pillow and you're like, I wish this was a girl and I would make her so happy and I would be so happy, and you're crying on your pillow and you're like, oh, it's just not fair, and the girls only like the bad guys and I'm such a nice guy. I would be such a good boyfriend, or like, you know, I know what you guys do. Come on. Like, and I won't say that I've never been there, right? So anyway, what I'm saying is that this could I want you to envision how doing this, overcoming social anxiety, how much better your life could be. Now, if you continue to have that mindset where you're hugging that pillow and thinking that life is unfair, and if you could just demonstrate how much of a nice guy you are, watch my video on being a nice guy, please. You have to change that mindset, because just overcoming social anxiety is not going to solve that problem. That's a different problem. And I think if you have that problem, if you have that pattern of thinking, you're not going to be able to overcome your social anxiety, because that is a very selfish pattern of thinking that thinks about you and how you're perceived. And if you want to overcome social anxiety, what you need to do is you need to make a shift. You need to stop thinking about you and how people perceive you and how it makes you feel and what they're thinking about you and how they're judging you, and start thinking about how you can make their lives better, how you can be entertaining, how you can go out and make other people feel comfortable, not how you're feeling uncomfortable, right? When you internalize things, you have a problem, right? You need to be a gift to the world. You need to share your gift. You need to go out there and not care what other people think and not care what the world thinks, because you are there to make a party happen. You are there to do whatever you're going to do and to share your gift with the world, and you really have to believe that. Okay, I mean, if I didn't believe that, I wouldn't be making YouTube videos, because this would be embarrassing as hell, right? Sharing all this stuff with you guys here, you know? But I believe that I'm making an impact. I believe that there's a good reason for this. I believe that it's okay. I believe that it's okay for me to tell you about some of the weaknesses and struggles that I've gone through, so that you can see that, hey, I went through it, you know, John went through it, I can do it too, and I'll make it through the other end, and there's hope. So that's the mindset, first of all, that you've got to have, and to recognize this arbitrage situation. Really, I want you to internalize this. I want you to think about how little. First of all, think about how much you've got to gain, because you've got a huge amount to gain, right? Especially you guys, like I said, you know, and not just guys, right? This video is not just for guys, but girls too, right? You've got a lot to gain. Think about all the positive, all the good. That if you didn't have this problem, if you didn't have social anxiety, well, how would your life be different in a good way, right? There's a lot to gain. Now, I want you to think about what social anxiety is costing you, right? Because you can just flip that around and say, it's costing me a lot of things. There's a lot of things that I can't have in my life, right? You can't have this good stuff, so it's costing you that. And then I want you to think about how little you have to lose in any given situation by your worst fear. Like, what's the thing that's holding you back, that's making you have anxiety socially? What is the worst outcome, right? So this might be talking to people, or just standing in a room at a party and not looking at your feet and having something in your hand to hold and just chilling, or waving your hands and yelling, you know, and having a good time, right? Whatever it is. What is the worst that's going to happen? Or for you guys, right? Going up and talking to a girl. What is the worst that is going to happen? And then I want you to think about the worst that's going to happen. I want you to think about what is realistically the worst that's going to happen. What is most likely, what is 95% chance the bad outcome going to be, right? And it's really, really small. There's very few situations where the social anxiety is protecting you from something. It's protecting your ego, yes, but not even by much, because most people are not daft, right? If you act like a total idiot, right, and you go and you talk to someone and you're stammering and you're nervous, but you're doing it and you're coming out of your shell, first of all, most people are going to recognize and have compassion, and they're going to try to make you feel better, especially if they're, you know, and they're going to feel better because they're like, oh, this guy's more nervous than I am, because everyone's got that secret social anxiety, or most people do, that haven't overcome it, and that's most people, right? Or they're going to be gracious. They're not going to be like, get away from me, jerk, right? And you could see with that video I was telling you about when I went and demonstrated and went and talked to, you know, 3 random girls on the beach. There was not very much bad that could happen. I even talked about in the video. I was like, look, what are they going to do? They're going to say, get lost, buddy? And then I get lost. Or I'm like, screw you. It doesn't matter, right? There's the only thing that could really happen is that my ego could be damaged. But isn't your ego already damaged living your life knowing that you're feeling like you're pathetic, feeling like you have the social anxiety that's holding you back? So I want you to really internalize this. You know, I'm taking this approach and understand this and really get into, I mean, this has to be truth to you. You have to realize that what you're doing does not make sense. Just like when I was afraid to fly in airplanes and I knew the statistics and I knew that air travel was extremely safe, I had to start there and understand that and really get that into my head to say, look, John, this is not, what you're fearing is in your head. The reality is that there's no harm that's going to happen, right? And you've got to realize that, and you got to realize what's holding you back from, okay? And then next thing you have to do is you have to be willing to pay the price. So this price is going to be that you're going to feel uncomfortable, and you're going to feel really uncomfortable. And you're going to do that. Commit yourself, make a resolution within yourself that you are going to pay this price. And then what I'm going to do here, for those of you that are still stuck in this, because I've done some other videos and stuff, is I'm going to change the goal here. I did some video about trying to embracing the suck, essentially, wanting the suck. Hopefully we'll find this video, but I'm going to give you that role. Essentially, I talked about this idea of trying to get rejection. So this is a sales technique, right? Salespeople, this is a really good sales technique, is to say, instead of cold calling people and trying to get the sale, aim for a goal of a certain number of rejections. So this is what you're going to do, okay? For you guys, or it doesn't matter. But I know that I'm mostly talking to guys here when we're talking about the social anxiety thing. But for girls here, you can adapt this to your own. I'm just going to talk from the guy perspective because it'll be easier, because I can give you this isolated sort of thing. So what you're going to do is this is, if you're serious now, don't watch this video if you're not serious. Because if you're serious, you really want to get over this. This will get you over this. I promise you. This exercise will get you over this. But you're going to have to do this. You're going to have to commit to this. So you want to go to the mall, okay? And you are going to go, and your goal is going to be that you're going to talk to, I'm going to make it a little bit simpler. In one day, right, you're going to talk to 25 girls, okay? And you are looking for, trying to get a minimum of 3 embarrassing rejections. 3. Okay? That's your goal. So you're going to keep on trying to get embarrassing. In fact, let's take the 25 number off. Let's say that you want to get 3 embarrassing rejections. And it doesn't mean you have to ask them out or anything. It just means you have to say hi. But you want 3 times, you're hoping that there's something embarrassing will happen, where they'll say, "Get away from me, you freak," or something like that. And every time you get one of those, it's like a ding and wow. You're like, yes, leveled up. Because your character grew, buddy. This is the stuff that gets you over the social anxiety. Because you're like, wow, that was really fucking painful. And it was actually not that bad, right? You're going to get this high, you're going to get this rush, you're going to be like, fuck, that's what I was afraid of? That is nothing, man, bring it on, right? And you're going to do that, okay? So the assignment is, you're basically going to do this, and you're going to keep doing this. Let's say that, I don't want to make this too hard. Let's say once a week you're going to do this, and you don't leave the mall until you get 3 embarrassing rejections. Okay? You can define what that level is, but you're going to do this once a week. And let's say that you're going to do this for, let's say, 10 sessions. Okay? Because I guarantee you at the end of 10 sessions, you are not going to have social anxiety anymore, because you will have had the worst that could happen to you. You'll have faced 3 nasty rejections, soul-crushing rejections. What do we say, 10 times? So 30 times. 30 times of being crushed is going to make you resilient as hell. You're just going to not care. You're not going to give a shit anymore. You're going to go into a party and be like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And that's it, right? You're not going to care. So that's it. That's the assignment. And this is a definite way to get over this. Now, you can watch my videos, and you can hear me talking about this, and you can get the mindset, and you can take slower approaches, and that's fine. But if you want to get this shit knocked out and be done with this, right? I challenge you. Go and do this. This is I like to set up things where you can't possibly fail if you do it, right? When I wanted to make a lot of money doing Pluralsight courses, and I said, I want to retire doing Pluralsight, I want to become a millionaire from Pluralsight courses, I said, how can I make it so that I can't fail? Oh, I know. If I become the most published author, if I produce more courses than anyone else in Pluralsight, in fact, I said, well, that's not good enough. If I do twice as many courses as anyone else in Pluralsight, I will definitely become a millionaire. It's guaranteed, right? It's almost guaranteed. I'll definitely be making the most money, or one of the most money. And so I did it, right? And that was it. So that's what I'm doing here, is I'm telling you, look, this is guaranteed success. All you have to do is trust the process. Just do this. I promise you, if you go and do this 10 times, you go to the mall, and every time that you go, You wait until you get 3 embarrassing rejections and you just talk to girls. If you're a guy, you know, just say hi. That's all you gotta do is say hi. You say what your name is, whatever. If you just do that, then you are going to guaranteed make it, social anxiety will be gone. So there you go. This is a cure for it. Now, the question is, can you change the mindset, and are you willing to pay this price? And when you realize this, what is the worst that's going to happen to you? Again, I want you to visualize this. In this problem, what is the worst that's going to happen to you? And I want you to compare the worst that's likely to happen to you against what is currently happening to you in your life right now because you're not overcoming this. Right now, you're suffering. I know, you're grabbing that pillow and wishing it was a girl or whatever. You know, I'm making fun of you, but I'm doing it because I love you. But you have a shitty life right now, right? It sucks. You got a problem that hurts bad, right? And what I'm telling you to do, it's going to hurt less than that. I guarantee you. It's not, you perceive it, you're afraid of it because you don't know. We're afraid of the unknown. You haven't experienced it yet. But once you do, you know consciously that this hurts more than this. So go and do this so you never have to do this again. You know what I'm talking about? All right. So I think we've covered this topic. You know, if you still have questions, if you feel like you can't do this challenge, let me know. I want to help you as much as I can. If you have more questions on this topic, if you have more ideas, if you want to go into depth, if you have more exercises, if this is too hard for you, then let's talk. But please try and do this for your own good and report back. Let me know, some of you that have some success, because if you do this, you're going to have success. And I'm going to publicly congratulate you on this channel and say, fuck yeah, man, you did it awesome, right? So go and do this. Go and earn your trophy. Go and change your life. Seriously, you can do this. This is a debilitating, crippling thing, but you have the power to overcome this. And I know because I have overcome it, right? And I'm still working on it. I'm not perfect, right? I still, can freeze up and whatnot. But for the most part, I can go and talk to people. I don't have this social anxiety, and it's changed my life for the better. So I want you to have that too. So anyway, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you would like to get into community with other people that might have the same problem, that you can discuss these things with, that understand, that have the kind of resolve that you do, then check out the Patreon page. And for I think it's $5 pledge, you can join the Facebook group, which is awesome. So there's a lot of other cool stuff there. If you want me to make videos specifically for you, I think that's at the $35 level. But anyway, it supports the channel, so I don't have to put ads on here. That's the basic short of it. So anyway, if you like the video, subscribe, and I will talk to you next time. Take care, and good luck with the challenge.